Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sifunde iy'ncwadi ebhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese siza la sizokhuluma ngazo le iy'ncwadi esuke siyifundile siyixoxela laba abasuke bengenaso isikhathi sokuthi bazifunde iy'ncwadi nalaba abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sizokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senza ama-reviews or ama-recaps. Siphinde futhi sikhulume nga-any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. And today we are doing any other issues. Uma ngabe uqala usijoyina namhlanje and you really like our content, ungakhohlwa ukuthi usubscribe la ngezansi. Uma ngabe ibhathini libomvu lisho ukuthi awukaka-subscribe, kodwa uma li-grey lisho ukuthi ususubscribile. Ungabe usalithinta-ke. Ungakhohlwa ukuthi upress i-notification bell la eduze kuka-subscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. Namhlanje nake ngifuna ukukhuluma ngo-Eni and a little bit about Ulanda as well. I was trying to think ukuthi between the two of them, because mina ngine feeling yokuthi Ulanda beno Eni, it's almost like you have two people playing the same character in the story, because we are clear on the fact that London Beno Eni, the two of them have not given us anything when it comes to their personal life. And obviously when London was introduced, we were under the impression that we're gonna see her journey, planning umembeso wakhe. We thought we were gonna see a little bit about her music. We thought we were gonna see her businesses, but we have seen none of that. In fact, we haven't seen her husband that much. We've seen her mom, but on recent episode we haven't seen her. So as we're not learning anything about them. On the other side, Annie has been on the Real Housewives of Durban 2 seasons now. So we should actually know her better. But we also haven't seen much of her family. We haven't seen much about her businesses. We haven't seen much of her husband. Her husband just came to shoot that scene where she was saying he's not, where he was saying he's not gonna go to a function and and that was it. They are not giving us much about their lives. But one thing about UN is that she participates because she's behind a lot of the mess when it comes to Real Housewives of Durban. Uh, I do feel like she's very mean on this show, and it's almost like she doesn't like to see people being friends and getting along, and she will find a way yokuthi abantu abaxabanise, and she really enjoys seeing omunye umuntu being looked at in a negative way. It's almost like she enjoys that. And she's been with the mess, you guys. She started a lot of the mess. Remember, one of the very first uh mess this season was when she told London ukuthi uNonku had said that she doesn't look like her Instagram. And the issue with that is that it wasn't ukuthi uNonku was saying it edelela uLondilanda. She was just saying, oh, uLondilanda, she really doesn't look like her Instagram. But the way that Ueni delivered that information to uLondilanda, it was almost like ufuna cabange ukuthi uNonku really was seriously gossiping about her. And the way that she was laughing when Ulondi London was asking Unonku, she really was enjoying ukuthi ene Ulondi London is confronting Unonku. And that was one of the first things that made Ulondi London not to like Unonku that much. It's like she was determined ukuthi any new person that comes in, because she doesn't like Unonku Ulokuzana Eni, she was determined ukuthi any new person ofikayo must not like Unonku, because she's not going to present Unonku in a good way. And she enjoys it. Mangabe sethola leyo feedback, she enjoys it so much ukuthi she can't even hold back on laughter. I've never seen umuntu kwenzeka into uncomfortable between friends, but I enjoy yena so much ukuthi she laughs. I don't know if it's because she's nervous or what, but she just laughs. And I'm like, how mean is that? How mean is that? I don't know if she's aware that she actually does that. And she also has gone out of her way to let Unonku know, you know what, I do not like you. she's gone out of the way to make us understand that she does not like Ulachonco. She does not trust her. She's ready to cut off Ulachonco because of the lies that Ulachonco has told. And she has made it clear that she's not interested that much in getting to know Umakumal. She said it because I don't even know if I want to get to know her, saying Umakumal. And recently, she also betrayed her friend Ujojo when her friend had said clearly, "Please don't tell this to anybody." She went and she told Unonku, knowing very well ukuthi Unonku, not Unonku, Ulachonco told Ulachonco what Ujojo said, knowing very well ukuthi Ulachonco was getting closer to Ujojo. It's almost like she hated the fact that Ujojo beno Benno Lachongo were getting closer because there's things that Ulachongo had shared with Uchoto that she hadn't shared with the other ladies, and Annie knew that, and she didn't enjoy that they were getting close. So when she got this information about Mr. Petal, she just couldn't wait. She couldn't even wait until the end of the trip to deliver this information to Ulachongo about it because she wanted to see that conflict between the two of them. So I do feel like UN is behind a lot of the mess that happens in Real Housewives of Devon. So, and as much as it's a horrible thing to have somebody in the mix that does that within friends, but it sort of works for the show because it does create tension and it does create you get to a point where people have to confront each other about the things that they have heard her say, the other person has said, that creates content in a way. So I do see the producers thinking maybe they need Annie for that reason, even though I feel like, but we don't know anything about her. We don't know anything about her. She's going on about people lying about their lives, but I'm like, at least she's lying. At least we know about the imaginary Mr. Petal. When what do we know about you? Because yeah, now we don't know anything. Would you rather not know anything about somebody or know a little bit, but there's lies there in the mix? It's entertaining to at least know the lies. I know it's like ridiculous, but you know what I mean. So we don't know anything about you. But I was also thinking about Ulanda London because I also think Ulanda London, we don't know much about her. We haven't seen much from her, but we've seen her being in the mess. You know, she's the one that went and told Ula, look, girl, they're talking about you there. They're talking about you there. They're telling you, everybody, good, you bought yourself flowers. So don't think those people are your friends there. She also was the one who betrayed Ujojo by just deciding on the last minute that she's not going to perform. I don't know if she didn't know the music was not ready to be performed at least a week earlier, but she decided to do that on the day of the event. Ujojo. She seemed, because they had that smaller nyana conflicts at the beginning of the season where Unonku said she doesn't look like her photos on Instagram. She seems to have held that against Ulokuzana, Unonku, because any chance that she gets ukuthi ahlangane nabantu against Unonku, she will use that. Even though she was very happy when the alcohol storyline was going on because they were holding on to that because they were insisting that Unonku is possibly an alcoholic and possibly needs help and all of that. And that storyline was making everybody focus on Nonku and not on her. And right now, she is upset that the others are saying now, no, let's leave this alone. You know, it's almost like she cannot believe it. Now, where are we going to have our villain? Because now, Unonku, we are saying that she's no longer an alcoholic. Now I must apologize to her about it. And also remember, she was one of the people that she supported Annie in saying ukuthi uMaka Nonku said ukuthi they were empty in the head. Guys, I don't believe ukuthi Ulanda London didn't hear what uMaka Nonku said. But I feel like because she is determined to support the other side, whoever is the opposite of Nonku, she wants to support that person. So I feel like almost like her position on Real Housewives of Durban is the same as Ueni, where we don't know anything about their lives, but they make sure that they are in the mess and they make sure that they create the mess. And I feel like her strategy, Ulanda London, has been that whenever there's something that producers want us to talk about, I'm the one that will initiate that conversation because they're going to feel like they need me. Everybody else will be like, hands off a certain issue, but she will be the one that will start and talk about a conversation because she wants to start a mess. So I do feel like these two ladies have almost taken the same character when it comes to Real Housewives. They are in the mess, they start the mess. And it makes me question whether we do need both of them moving on to the next season, because maybe we just need one person to start the mess. You know, do we really need to have two people starting the mess? Because what is the point? You know, we need people that we can know more about their lives. So if we're gonna keep one person to start the mess, maybe let's just keep Annie, or maybe let's just keep London and get rid of the other one, and then the others can really do the real thing that we want to watch on Real Housewives of Devon, which is really getting to know more about their lives, what they get up to with their businesses, what they get up to with their families, with their husband, their relationships, and all of that, which we are hoping we will see more of in season 3, because we haven't seen on season 2. So I feel, for me, I feel like between the two of them, the one that really does the job of getting in the mess better is Ueni. I know it's horrible to say, but Annie will start the mess, and she has the best strategy ever of starting a mess and keeping her hands clean at the same time. You know, she will betray you and you will go back and apologize to her for her betraying you. I feel like she has more experience in getting into the mess. So it makes me feel like position Galondi London might not be safe next season, because she has taken the same character in this story as Ueni, and if the producers have to choose between London London and Annie, they're probably going to choose Ueni, because Ueni has done, they do the same job, but Ueni has done a better job when you compare the two. I do, however, feel like it's not going to last long for us to just be waiting for Annie to start the mess. At some point, we want to know more about you, girl. We do want to know more about that room that you don't go into in your house, that your husband goes and prays and whatever. Now I'm starting the mess. We do want to know more about you. So we want to go deeper, but what have you gone through when you're in life? What are you going through when you're in life? Why is it always about other people? Yes, Lakongo is lying about her life, but what is the truth about your life? So if she's coming back next season, I hope she's planning to give us something better than she has given this time. Because even at the reunion, there is nothing that Annie is going to talk about that concerns her life, because she hasn't done anything that concerns her life. Everything that she's been involved in is about other people's lives. It's almost like she's deflecting, like she doesn't want people to look into her life, so she's directing people to look into other people's lives. And for me, it makes me wonder more about her life, specifically when it comes to a marriage. It makes me wonder more. I really feel like, because there's something that she probably doesn't want people to find out, she really wants people to focus on Lassie. Lassie is lying. There's no Mr. Petal. We've been knowing that there's no Mr. Petal. If Mr. Petal is there, he's not rich or whatever. We've been knowing what there is lies somewhere there. But it's almost like she's determined to direct everybody to focus on Lassie, because she can feel now with her efforts to get everybody to focus on Unonku are failing. People are realizing that they've done too much when it comes to Unonku. They want to leave her alone. Now she's directing everybody now to focus on Lassie. For me, it makes me feel like something is going on in her life. It's like we are missing umgosi lana silana, oh Mr. Petala, my imaginary boyfriends, when we should be focusing on real things, because I think something very interesting is going on in Annie's life that she doesn't want us to know about. So she's directing everybody to another person's life, so that we don't ask any questions about her life. I do agree with people that are saying maybe the producers need to be changed, because honestly, I don't think that they are doing a good job when it comes to storylines for this season. I feel like there's a lot that they've done right. I think that the women that they've casted for this show are really good. It was a really good cast, guys. I think it is a good cast, because the season is still going on. I think it's a really good cast. I think that I mean, the quality of the episodes, really, honestly, guys, they're doing a good job. I do feel like maybe they just need to consult a little bit more when it comes to creating and following up on storylines. Maybe they need to get somebody from Bravo to come in and help them when it comes to creating and planning for storylines when it comes to the next season. I do. I think it's just lack of experience on their side. I do feel like even if maybe they don't have anybody here in South Africa that has done so many reality shows that they understand the importance of creating these storylines, I feel like maybe they just need somebody from Bravo. Just call Bravo and say, we will pay. We just need somebody to sit down with us when we plan the next season so that we can know what type of things we need to do with these women when it comes to creating storylines, because we can't have 2 seasons of the show and we know nothing about the people's their lives at all. You know, by season 2, you know which husband is cheating, which husband is not really rich. They were pretending to be rich. Which husband doesn't get along with their in-laws. Which wife doesn't. By season 2, like, scandals are coming out, and there's nothing in the newspapers. Neither the newspapers are writing about the episodes. They are not writing about these women's lives because nothing is coming out. But they are doing a reality show. What kind of nothing is that? you know so there is something that is not right, but I don't know if they should be fired, but I think they do need to get people that are experienced to come in and help them out when it comes to the storylines. Guys, my baby's crying. Let me go and see to her. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before you share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngithanda kakhulu.